It's working. Hello everyone, it's Ken Wilford here at Vanagon. I have not been streaming for a long time, but today we are going to be celebrating our 5,000 subscriber special. Okay, so we haven't been streaming for a while, and we've been very busy with lots of different things going on. And so I've been kind of feeling bad about it, that we should be streaming. I came on. Even today, it's been so long that I actually was having a hard time figuring out how to make it work. That's been that long, okay? And I wanted to make sure my buddy was here also, because I know some of you guys like to see her on here and see how she's doing. But you know, what's been going on with us is just life things, okay? So the business has been doing good. We've been staying busy with that. But as far as this person here, she is getting ready to get married at the end of October, October 31st. Okay, she is getting married. She is still going to be, as far as we know, she's still going to be on the Vanagon team and still be helping us out and doing things here. But yeah, she's getting married on October 31st, which, you know, some of you guys are probably like, that's weird, right? Why is she getting married on Halloween? Is she like a super Halloween freakazoid?
No.
What do you think? Are you a super Halloween freakazoid?
I mean, I kind of enjoy it, but it's also my birthday.
Yeah, so she was born on October 31st. Okay, so if you want to send presents, there you go. That's the date for that. But yeah, so she decided, her and her fiance decided that is a good time to get married. And so they're getting married on the 31st of October. So there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes for that, getting ready for that. She's been working hard here. She's been working hard at another job also. Just getting ready for getting married. And then for me, you know, I was really busy. Our pastor at our church retired, and I actually was filling in for him, plus working here, which pretty much equaled a 7 days a week job with very minimal breaks. So about a month ago, we actually did get a new pastor for our church, and now I'm sort of getting back to normal, where I don't have to work every day of the week. I actually have a little bit of extra time to do a live stream.
Hey.
And then on top of all of those things, we got 5,000 subscribers now. I'm super excited about that. I am excited about possibly doing some engine rebuilding and doing that on camera. Okay, so that people can get some ideas about that. I actually bought some new tools for that. So, you know, in the Bentley manual, when you're rebuilding engines, it has all the specifications for everything, and it's all in metric. Okay, I had bought a set of micrometers many years ago, inside feeler gauges, outside feeler gauges for engine rebuilding, but they're in standard, like inches, and so then I would have to like go back and forth and do conversions. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to be building a couple motors for some friends of mine. This is not for sale, so don't get too happy. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go out and buy me some nice metric micrometers. So I bought these nice blue point ones on eBay. I'm not any younger, so it also has like a little display here that tells you like exactly what numbers it is.
Nice.
So you can just look at that and read it, because, you know, you can read these little dial things, but that's way better. So I bought that. We've got a couple engines here to rebuild. My friend down in Belize, he had a GEX engine on his Vanagon down there, and it's been on borrowed time pretty much since he bought it. Like when I first went down there and it was having problems and stuff, and I saw that it was a GEX rebuild, I said, uh-oh. Well, you know, it's actually held up halfway good for one of those, but it's the nature of the beast down there. Like anything you do, if you do it in Central America, South America, it's going to tear up like 10 times faster than normal. So he needs a rebuilt engine. You know, again, I may have a little bit of free time, a little bit more free time, so he's like, I'm going to pay for you to fly down to Belize, and we're going to do something with this motor. So I thought I might be recording some of that for you guys. So we got some people doing shout outs. Derek Claypool says, congratulations on the wedding and the 5,000 subs. Oh, by the way, I found the hidden bolt. Oh, that's good. Yeah, he was contacting me the other day. He's building a motor himself. He's like, I can't get the case to come apart. And I have been there, you know, and there's always one more bolt that's hiding that you swear on a 6-pack of Bibles that you got all of them. There's always one more. So I'm glad you found that, Derek. And we've got Chris from Hawaii, right? Says howdy. It's good to see Chris. But yeah, so what else has been going on here? So we've been definitely sourcing new parts, okay, as always. One of the reasons why I can rebuild some of these motors is because I have engine bearings again for the Vanagon, for the Water Boxer. So we have the brand new 2.1 engine bearings. We have different sizes of them. Okay, so again, that was a problem where if you had a crankshaft or a case or something that was messed up, couldn't get different sizes. I have different sizes of them. They're all on the website. Something that we've been selling a lot of are these parts for the Vanagon steering column. Okay, so this is an upper cover here that has this hole in it. Originally, this was for, I think, heated seat controller. But you can put anything you want in here. You could use it for some kind of a gauge or something. This one is black, I believe, and then we have a black lower cover, right, that we've been getting. And I mean, if you guys haven't been seeing these, I'm just showing them to you right now because this is like one of the holy grails of the Vanagon world, is to have these covers. We have them. Excuse me. I mean, I even was so desperate for some of them, I bought a 3D printer and I thought about trying to print them, but you know, 3D printers don't really do well with heat, and so that's how they print, is with heat. But if you make a part and it's going to be in the heat, it's most likely going to not hold up. So this is like ABS. This is like the original plastic that lasted for 20 years, 30 years. So we have the upper covers that have the hole. We also have, this one's in brown here. I know that was the next question. Do you have brown? Because I have brown. Where's the brown? Okay. This is an upper cover, which we have some of these also in black that do not have the hole. They're like the original ones. No hole. Okay. For the upper, and we also have the lower browns also. Okay, so you know, as far as, I had another guy the other day asking me, you know, oh, I have, you know, brown, or I need the things for, see, there they go, it goes together. Here's brown. I need the things for like the front doors, like where you put your fingers to open the door, that latch area. I mean, we have that stuff in brown. We have that stuff in black. Okay, so yeah, I hear you. Chris said you can use a rattle can. Yes, you can. And I've told people, I've painted stuff over the years. It just never looks quite as nice. And if you scratch it, it'll scratch off. So it's nice to have the actual color made into the part. So, I mean, we have those things. We have pull handles in brown and black. We have the door latch things in brown and black. We have the window cranks in brown and black. Like, almost, you know, everything. There's a few things left, right? The dashboards. Now, I've seen some covers for them. I haven't actually tried to get some of them yet, but I've seen some covers for them that might be available. The padded part. I don't know if that's available in brown and black. And then, of course, the dashboard itself, which again, Chris says, you know, if you get a black dashboard, you could spray paint it brown. Because that's more like metal with paint on it. That wouldn't be so bad. But then there's the lower cover, right? The kick panel thing. I haven't ever seen that down there yet. So, you know, there are still things that hopefully are coming in the future. But since today is the 5,000 subscriber special, we're going to stay on here for a little while to let people have a chance to get on here. But we are going to be giving away some prizes. Okay, we'll be giving away some prizes for folks that are on here, that are on the chat. So if you're here, you're watching, and you go ahead and get into the chat. Let us know. Say hi. And at the end, we're going to pick some people to get some prizes. So what do we have for prizes? We have got some nice pillowcases. Okay, so this one has a yellow bus on it. Nothing on the back side. That is one prize we're going to be giving away. We also have this nice pillowcase of a bus with a surfboard. Okay.
It's double-sided.
And it's double-sided. Okay, we'll be giving that away also as a prize. We got some more buses with surfboards. That's like an orange one.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, she's going to leave it in the bag just to make it more simpler. And then there's another one there. I thought some of them were actually out of the bag in here.
They might be.
Yep. So, I mean, these are prizes. These are things, they are on the site for sale also. But, you know, I've just decided that, here's a green bus. I just decided, you know what, it'd be nice to get these things to, you know, a nice home. So we're going to go ahead and, you know, give some of this stuff away. Like the yellow bus, the green bus. I only have one of each of those. They were stuff that I bought back in the day to, like, kind of see if they would sell.
These are more of like canvasy type of
material.
These ones. The other ones are softer.
Yeah, yep. So the green and yellow bus, I actually bought them with a batch of ones that actually, there was a Synchro Westy one too, which I've never been able, I could only buy one. A Synchro Westy pillow, and I could only ever buy one, and I've looked and looked and looked for more, and I can't find any. So we have those. We're going to be giving them away. So if you come in the chat and you say hi, you will be in the running to get a free gift. Okay. Now some of the other cool stuff we got, I don't think we're going to give this stuff away, but we'll show it to you. So I've been getting a bunch of what I would call like Volkswagen swag or whatever from Germany. And again, it's all on the website. Some of this stuff we've talked about before, some of it we haven't. This right here, okay, it's a Vanagon. Okay, so it's a blue Vanagon, like a blue Karat or something. Vanagon, and it's made out of kind of like the same material you would make a wetsuit out of.
Or like a lunchbox, or like
yep. And it's pretty cool. It's got some places inside here, like where you could put some stuff. They call it like it's for your shower items. So, you know, say you're staying at an RV park, or you're camping out somewhere they have showers and stuff. You know, you can, you know, put all your shower items in this, close it up. It's got a little handle on the top here.
And the zipper things look like
the zipper things, the zipper things look like Volkswagen vans or buses.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is real, and this is a you know, Volkswagen approved, right?
So it has the logo.
So it's got the logo on it. I mean, this is not a knockoff, cheap knockoff. This is legit. Volkswagen approved little deal. So these are on the website if you're interested in them. It's a very cool item. I've sold a few. I don't have many. I only have like probably what, 2 or 3?
Yeah, a couple. Like
Yeah.
3.
They're pretty sweet. Alright, then we've got, so here in New Jersey, where I live, we have a thing called a plastic bag ban.
Yeah,
Okay.
no plastic bags.
Because they've decided that plastic bags equal Satan.
You have to save the
Therefore-
turtles, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to, see a turtle eat a bag or a dolphin, like, go to do his little dolphin-y porpoising thing and, like, suction in a bag. So, instead, right, we have these. This is a cloth bag, okay, so a reusable shopping bag. It has got, it's actually OEM, like a approved Volkswagen logo bag. And this, I think this is on the site also.
Potentially.
Do we just have one of these?
So there is actually a few. There's 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5.
Okay, so we got 5 of these. They're on the site if you're interested. They fold down real small too. This particular
There's
one.
like a little pouch on the inside that looks like a bus.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure if that's like if you fold the bag down and then shove it inside.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah. I
pouch,
think that's what it is. So you can actually fold the bag down so small, it'll actually fit right into this little bus pouch. So I mean, this thing, because it's so thin, but it seems like it's really strong.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you can put your groceries in it.
So I mean, I would say, yeah, this is good for going to the grocery store,
Or
going
the
to the beach, right? You
Yeah.
could like put this, bad boy. Like say if you're going to the grocery store, you can put this bad boy in your back pocket,
Just whip it out.
and then when you get to the register, just like whip it out.
I have a bag.
Transformers, it turns into a bag. So that we got them. They're pretty neat. Okay, it's like a parachute, so you have to learn how to fold it properly. And that's on the site. We got these. This is my favorite one here.
These are a bit heftier and
So again, this is an original Volkswagen
Same
licensed.
picture on both sides.
Licensed. This is not AliExpress. Okay, this is licensed Volkswagen, and it's made out of like a very, almost like it's a smooth like canvas.
Smooth on the outside.
Yep. And it has really strong straps on it. And again, this is for when you're going to the beach, going to the grocery store. You can show off your Volkswagen love on here. Okay. And we have one of these that we use every time we go to the grocery store. And we've had it for probably 6 months or maybe almost a year. It's been holding up real good.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, we've talked about this before, is our socks. So now we're going into the fall. People's Tootsies are going to get, cool again.
This is the only pair we have left of these.
We have got one pair of these orange and blue ones, which this is what I have. This is what I own. And, on these we have little miniature Vanagon Westphalias on here, different colors. I have an order in with the supplier, but they were on vacation.
Woo.
I have an order in with them, hopefully for some more of that.
Yeah, let's see.
One, and then we have
Like 6 pairs of these.
these cool ones that are for the, they call them the mountains. Okay, so you've got a Westie here, you've got the mountains and some lakes and trees.
The other side is like a little camper.
And here's another Westie with the top popped and like a little fire. Okay, I mean this is what you want for when you're going to the Volkswagen campouts in the fall. At least Chris in the in the freezing cold area zones.
So the deserts.
All right, so got some pair of desert ones. Again, it's got some cactuses on it. It's got a sunrise on there. We got like a Westphalia here at the top. The top is popped on it, and it's just really cool. Has a little skull on there. Okay, they're just fun. They're fun.
All about graphic socks.
And they're good socks. Like the socks, I've had mine for probably 6 months to a year now. They're holding up real well.
These are the other 2 that we have as well.
As far as wearing them, I would say they're kind of like dress socks as far as how thick they are. So don't expect them to be like
Thin and
super
flimsy.
duper. Well, no, they're a
They're
little
not
bit.
thin and flimsy.
No, but they are not. They're not thick either.
Yeah, they're just right.
Okay, they're just right.
They're
Okay.
just right.
So again, that is something that's on the site. These would make any of this stuff would make gifts, okay, for people. You're coming into the Christmas season eventually one day. Okay, so
Or anyone's birthday.
or anyone's birthday who happens to be October 31st. Boom, nailed it. Okay. All right, so we got Kagosi Makati says hi. I'm going to say hi to them.
Cool.
Now, I am going to say one thing. I can't send free gifts to other countries. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, the cheapest we can send a pair of socks to another country would be like way more money than I want to spend to do that. So,
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, so I'm going to open up some topics here, and we'll see what you guys think about these topics. Okay, so the number one topic that I have been, the number one topic I have been thinking about and seeing and reading about in the press and watching on YouTube is, of course, the new Volkswagen Buzz ID. Or ID Buzz. I can never keep that straight.
Yeah, I don't
Can
know.
never keep it straight.
It looks good.
It does. It looks cool. I would like to know what you guys think about it. Okay, so we have the first VW bus-like bus in a long time. Okay, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is the actual real successor of the bus and the Vanagon. Is the new ID Buzz, because it has rear engine, it has the shape that we like,
Yeah.
the flat nose, okay? It basically has it checks pretty much all the boxes. Now, it doesn't have that noise, it doesn't have the sound. But you know what? With these electric cars, I guess they have speakers and some of them, and they'll just play sounds. So, you know, you could go out to your Vanagon, record the sound of it running, and then just put it on a loop, and then just shove it in the. I don't know if you can do that. I'm just saying you could do that if you wanted to get the authentic noise. Okay, so what do you guys think about this thing? Now, this thing has been in development,
For years.
heck, you want to say, for pretty much forever. Okay, the first version of it that was proposed. Was way back when she was a baby. When we had bought her, they came out with this prototype looking thing of it, like a concept car.
Is it one of those?
So that's one version of it, but there's been a couple concepts.
Didn't we have one of those?
Okay, and so the one that there was an original concept, then there was a secondary concept, which I think was that one.
With the blue one?
The blue one, yep. And then there is the one we're getting, which kind of looks like a mashup of a lot of the ideas. Okay, it doesn't even look exactly like the concept they showed like a year or two ago. But the whole thing started, she's fixing to be 25.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole thing started back basically when they started doing the new Beetle. They started kind of like throwing that out there. That was like late 90s, okay? They also threw out the idea of the bus, the new bus, also, and yet they never came forward with it all those years, and you kind of kept wondering why. Well, my personal idea was it was going to be too expensive. They were looking at the market, they were looking at what people would pay for a vehicle that would do, what that would do, and they were seeing that there was a lot of options, here in the U.S. For a smaller, like a minivan type size van that were going to be cheaper, okay? And so now, fast forward to 2022, they are producing them. Now, again, we're not going to get them here for a little while yet, okay? So I have seen real ones just recently in the last couple of weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, actual real production ones that aren't, like pre-production models, which that's what you've been seeing for the last year and a half is when it's definitely coming out in 2022, and the models that people have been looking at, sometimes they can't drive it, sometimes it's limited to 30 miles an hour, and all this other stuff, okay? And so now there actually is real production models. But what I'm saying is, like, say you live in the UK and you have a YouTube channel that's focused on Volkswagens or focused on just like the latest electric vehicle or whatever. The first place it's getting them is Denmark for some odd reason. So everyone, all the ones I've seen people go and drive have been in Denmark. Okay, and so they're going there, they're driving it. People's reactions to it, to the vehicle itself, are good. Okay, so the downside is the price. Okay, the price, and then I think also some of the infotainment stuff is also kind of a big disappointment for people. Okay, so you have the price, which over there is more like over 60,000. And what can happen is the ones they're getting over there is not the ones we're going to get here. The ones we're going to get here are actually going to have like a longer wheelbase. Okay, and we need more room in America because we're big. I guess, I don't know. Okay, it is America. Okay, so they're going to have like I think it's going to be 10 inches longer. Okay, vehicle, so more space. And I don't know if they finalized the configurations of it yet or anything, but I'm expecting it to cost around $70,000. Okay, and I don't know if it's going to start at that and go up. Okay, but you know, it's highly possible that people will pay that for it. Now, I can't afford to pay that for it, and maybe you guys can't afford to pay that for it. But if you look at the electric vehicle world today, people are paying ridiculously high amounts of money for stuff well over list. Okay, I mean, if you look at the Ford Lightning, F-150 Lightning, it's around $75,000 for a truck that is not as good as its, you know, ice-powered brethren or whatever, and yet people are, you know, getting them on back order, and then when somebody does get it for 70-something thousand, they can jack the price up another 25,000 and flip it. So people are paying $100,000. I mean, it's just like, wow. Okay, yeah. So I mean, like Chris is saying, that could buy you a lot of Vanagon or bus. Okay, I mean, you could buy a really, really super duper sweet Vanagon or bus for that, or maybe even two, depending on if the price is 70-something thousand or 100,000. The other thing is the range of it. You know, that even if we're going to say it has 200 miles of range, which that's kind of like one of the most, you know, high range EVs are right now. You know, that kind of limits you to how far you can go and what you can do. I mean, again, people want to take something like this and maybe camperize it and then take it into the woods somewhere, or take it on a trip somewhere. I watched a video not too long ago where some guys bought a Rivian, which again, they kind of like advertise them to people who want to have adventures, to go camping and all this other stuff. And so they bought a Rivian, they bought a camper top thing for it, like one of those pop-up tent things, and then they took it out to what was it? It was someplace in Rhode Island or Long Island, out on the coast, and they were having all kinds of problems, you know, charging it along the way. So, ironically, you know, Volkswagen had to do that Dieselgate, right? They wanted that Dieselgate, and so they had to pay billions of dollars for the Dieselgate. And so the settlement here in the U.S. was that Volkswagen had to fund this thing called Electrify America. Okay, so they paid billions of dollars to set up Electrify America here in the U.S., and it's actually funded by the Dieselgate settlement, at least partially or mostly. And these are charging stations that you're supposed to be able to go to no matter what kind of EV you have, plug in, charge, right? That's the whole point of a charging station, I would say. And yet, super ironically, these stations have the most problems out of all the stations, and they also, Volkswagen cars themselves don't really play well with these stations. And yet this is the majority of the stations that you're going to have. Okay, so when the guys were using the Rivian, they were getting in trouble because they were running from one charging station to the next, trying to find when it actually worked properly and was going to charge and not take like 14 hours and stuff. I mean, you're on a camping trip. Yeah. Right? Why do you want to charge for 14 hours, on your way home or something? So, yeah, it was a big struggle. Now, Teslas are different. They have their own charging network, their own charging stations. There's actually a lot more of them in most places that you would want to go, and they're a lot less problematic. It's like a more mature deployment. Okay, so, this PDX Max says Toyota wants $10,000 now for a RAV4 Prime after waiting for months. Dealers are gouging on EVs. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, I mean, you can't even do that, I mean, if you have a gas generator, a lot of them, I think, it doesn't give you enough, wattage or whatever to charge the things more than, like, it would take 24 hours or something to fully charge it. And, like, some of the cars won't even allow you to charge from it because of the way that the electricity is, the sine waves or whatever. I don't even know how it works, but yeah. If it was just towing a gas generator, like these guys I watched Fast Lane on YouTube, they took F-150 Lightning. They took it all the way up to the top of Alaska, and they couldn't charge it with a generator. They had to bring another truck that had a built-in like inverter or something in it, and then they charged off of that. So they had to run the other truck and then charge their truck, and it was a big nightmare. Yeah, so we're at this kind of inflection point. I think the bus was a good idea to be an EV. I do believe that was a good call. Okay, I personally felt like also the Beetle would have been a great platform for this also. Okay, I know everybody, I guess people were getting sick of the Beetles. I wasn't sick of the Beetle. I know Leah's not sick of the Beetles because she has one.
I would love to have at least a hybrid.
Her fiance also has a Beetle. So they both have, 2012 Beetles. They really like them. My other niece, Gwen, she has that white convertible that I did a video on a few months ago. And so, we like the Beetles, the new Beetles. I really felt like they would be a great, putting a rear engine, like electric rear engine in that, and electrifying that would have been a great idea. Okay, but instead they decided, nope, the Beetles are over now, and now it's time for the bus. I just hope that it can get some traction. So, what I've been hearing is they are doing pre-orders for them in Europe, and they're pretty much sold out already there. They have thousands of pre-orders over there, so they're pretty much all sold out. I would say here the same thing. The other question mark is where they're going to be built for our market. I am hoping it's coming from the Chattanooga, Tennessee warehouse, because then I can go down there and actually see them being built.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, that would be sweet.
That'd be such a cool experience.
My in-laws live in Georgia, not too far from Chattanooga. I used to live in Chattanooga, so I know the area, and it would be amazing to go down there, actually watch them being built at the factory, and then do some videos on that, let you guys see that. I am planning on possibly, when the buses, the ID buses or whatever, become available, I'm going to talk to our local dealer and see if I can get a chance to go look at one and give you guys some of my impressions on it as a long time, Vanagon bus owner. What is it like? Like I said, so far the videos I've seen, people really like them. They like the car. Like I said, they like the car itself. They like how it handles. They like how it drives. Very quiet. Handles really well. The negative sides are Volkswagen's infotainment system, which kind of stinks, to be honest. They, the the future, like if you watch Star Trek The Next Generation, we all know the future is touch screens, right? Just touch on everything.
Even like the controls for the ship is just touch.
Just touch it, okay? And that's the future. Okay, so apparently late one night, Volkswagen guys were drinking some beers and watching The Next Generation, and they decided that they were going to make their infotainment system touch. Everything's touch. Okay, so no buttons. And even on the steering wheel, okay, even on the steering wheel, you have those nice little controls on the newer cars where you can, do your cruise control, you can change the music and all that stuff. Yeah. And to me, it's like a big PlayStation controller or Xbox controller. You can make your speed up and down. You can do all this stuff. Okay. Well, now it's touch. Okay. Instead of having actual buttons. But the problem is with touch, if you haven't had a newer car or rented one or something that has touch stuff in it, okay, here's the problem. I want to do something with the radio. Okay, I have to touch on this screen in this one particular spot. Okay, here I go. Ready? I'm driving. The car's moving around.
Yeah, then you accidentally touch the
wrong thing. And then you touch the wrong thing.
Whatever.
Push the wrong thing. Change the channel to the wrong channel. Just imagine that. Except now you're trying to, do your cruise control. You're trying to do something important.
That would not be good.
Do your heating system, turn the AC on, turn the AC off. It's very distracting. Okay, it's very distracting. And really all you have to do is have that system in a prototype vehicle and drive around and try to do things, and you will be like, this stinks.
I would say you could try to have it be like voice activated, kind of like an Alexa, but then what if you're just... Really? But then what if you're in conversation just talking to someone and you say the wrong thing and the car's like, oh, you want me to like shift up or down or something?
I mean, again, it's like, people were watching Star Trek The Next Generation and like, computer, do this, computer, do that. But the problem you have is, the computer has voice recognition, I believe, but, it's not as accurate as you would like it to do. So you tell it to do something and then it sits there and thinks about it for a while, tries to figure out what you want, does it or doesn't do it. And again, you're trying to drive, so it's kind of distracting. Okay, so I'm hoping there's been a lot of negative input. So this system, this infotainment system that's in these new buses, is the same system they've been using in Volkswagen cars for like the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's been pretty much panned by everybody. Like, everybody that's bought the car or driven the cars have really not liked it. And they've been giving Volkswagen a lot of negative feedback on it. I'm hoping going forward, if you have a few touch controls and you have everything else be buttons, or at least like the really important stuff be buttons, it helps a lot. Because, you're trying to drive, you can just reach down there. You don't have to look. Like, to me, it's a distraction.
Well, like my fiance's Beetle, the original owner had all the bells and whistles added, which includes button controls on the steering wheel for phone, radio, a couple other things, maybe the cruise control. Like, different things are just right there on the middle of the steering wheel, and you literally can just go and like not even look at what you're doing because you know where it's at. So like,
you kind of memorize it like an Xbox controller.
Yeah, pretty much.
To me, that's smart. That's doing it smart.
And it's tactile, too.
And it's tactile. So when you touch it, you touched it, you clicked it, you didn't click it.
Yeah.
Again, I have a vehicle now that has some touchscreen stuff and things. And sometimes you push it and you don't know, did it register? Did it not? Then you try to push it again, and then you do something else, And, again, it's not the end of the world, but it's like your GPS, you're trying to go somewhere, whatever. Sometimes you can cancel it by mistake.
Oh, that's annoying.
And you're in the middle of
nowhere,
someplace you don't know. I mean, that would be a big thing. That would be a big, kind of a nightmare going on that way. All right, so I wanted to also say, if you guys haven't subscribed to us, okay, we're having our 5,000 subscriber special today. If you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe to us because. I guess, we're trying to grow the channel. We want to grow the channel. We want to get more subscribers. That's part of how you do it. Also liking it. Okay, so that's something that doesn't cost you guys anything. You can like the channel, and that will help it to get boosted up in YouTube. In the algorithm things. And like I said, I'm going to try to do my part, doing some more videos. That's going to be stuff you guys want to see, like possibly rebuilding a engine from beginning to the end. Okay, so show you all the stuff about taking stuff apart, cleaning stuff, getting it ready, laying it out, what tools you're going to need, you know, teaching you guys how to use this measuring tool that I was showing you. That is a skill. You don't just use it. You have to know how to use it to get accurate measurements, all that stuff. Okay, so that's going to be coming in the future months. Okay, so if you come back and subscribe, you're going to get access to that. You're going to get an information, you know, going to get notified, okay, when that happens, and that's going to help you guys out. Okay, so you know, I personally say definitely get subscribed so that you can know about this stuff. Also, new stuff is coming along. I'm trying to think of everything. We're going to be possibly doing some more, what do you want to say, more streamlined as far as doing our wiring harnesses. Okay, so hopefully we'll have more harnesses available for the water boxer to replace the old ones. It'll be less of a hassle. Right now there's just kind of like a delay on that. I think there's going to be possibly some like instrument clusters coming out. I've been hearing rumors about this. Okay, so possible new instrument clusters. Okay, I don't want to make you guys get too excited, but it can happen. Okay, it can happen. And so, but you know, part of all this stuff is you guys support. We definitely appreciate it. You know, last year was our most amazing year ever. This year, I understand stuff has been hard for people financially more than in the past. Okay, so it's
Lovely inflation.
Inflation things are going on. People have to decide: do I work on my Vanagon or do I buy some, you know,
groceries,
some Special K at the grocery store? And you know, they're picking Special K. It's fine. I understand that. So,
well, you know.
Yep.
Nutrition is important.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand all that stuff. And gas prices have been high. The weather this summer was hot.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, we went to Florida for a week during the end of August, or actually 2 weeks. End of August, beginning of September. So hot and humid down there. And so I understand, you know, when you're having that kind of weather like that. Out in California, it was super hot. Then it was super raining, you know, for the last few weeks, I think. So, you know, I understand. People don't want to be busy working on stuff when the weather's bad. Now the weather's getting better, okay? So, yeah, we'll be hopefully doing more videos on that in the next couple of months. Alright, so I mean, I think that's going to be our video for today. So right now we have got 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I showed you guys the prizes. Okay. If you want a prize, let me know in the chat. We'll send you a prize. I do need to make sure I have your address. Okay. So the prizes are the pillowcases that we showed earlier. Okay. If you have a specific one that you want, okay, definitely let me know, and I will, you know, help you out on that. Okay. But yeah, so I'm going to put in the chat, I'm going to put my email address, okay? And what I want you to do, okay, if you want a prize, you just email me. Chris says he wants a blue and white bay window bus t-shirt. Oh, that's a pillowcase. That's a pillowcase. All right, so I think he wants that blue bus on the. No, the one that's on the other kind of cloth.
This one?
Yeah. I think is it green? That's green.
Green.
Right,
teal,
that's the one you want, right?
Whatever color you think this is.
Yeah, I think that's green.
I'm pretty sure it's green.
So, you know, tell me which one you prefer. I only have one of each of these, so if this is the one Chris wants, I'll give it to him.
Yep.
Um,
This one.
Yes, he says yes.
Alright,
Okay.
cool. So we'll set that aside.
So go ahead and email me, and I will send me your name and your address, and I will send you guys out one each pillowcase.
Here's yellow.
I believe they are 17 by 17s. Okay,
Yeah,
so you can buy the pillows on Amazon pretty reasonable. Okay, to go in
but they
there.
have zipper opening.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, you
zip
just
it.
zip them open, put the pillow in, zip it shut. Yep, they'd be nice for like the inside of your van, you know, your couch or whatever.
Easy washing.
But yeah, just email me with your address so I know, know for sure where it's going,
Ooh, here's one.
and we'll get these out. Yeah, that's that. That's another one. That's a cool
Like
one.
a Hawaiian.
So that's like a
looking
split window bus. It's kind of like Hawaii. Yeah.
surfboard. It looks more rustic.
Surfboard. It only has stuff on one side.
Yeah, the other side's white.
Yep. But these are the prizes. These are the prizes. Okay. So like I said, if you do want it, I see people in here. So Chris wants one. Tom wants one. Reno wants one.
This is a double-sided. It's more of like a corner, like the back.
This one has
corner
surfboards
of the
and palm
surfboard,
trees and an orange bus.
It's double-sided.
Okay. So just like I said, send me an email to my sales@vanagon.com, and then let me know your address and stuff. And if there's a particular one you want, and we will get it out for you guys. But that is part of you guys being with us today on our 5,000 subscriber special. I'm hoping, it took us probably about 8 years to get here. Okay, something like that. I'm hoping that we'll get to the 10,000 subscriber in like a year.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So Reno says put in those lights. Okay, good. Yes, I know what he's talking about. I'll put that on the notes of your order. So that's it for today, guys. It's been 40-something minutes. Okay, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to really tell you ahead of time because this person's schedule. I've been trying to do this for a few weeks, and she's been busy because of her wedding. So that's coming up. But we finally had some time today. So that's it, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Hopefully we'll be seeing you guys on the next video in the not too distant future. All right, bye.